If riding in style is the way you like to travel, then you'll be so glad you stuck around for more Explore Tulsa.
Here's some limousine history for you, Stevie. The first limo was created in 1902 and was designed so the driver sat outside under a covered compartment.
And the first stretch limo was created by our neighbors in Fort Smith, Arkansas in 1928 by a company called Armbruster. And the stretch limo became famous for driving around big band leaders like Glenn Miller and Benny Goodman.
Well, today, virtually anyone can call on the services of Jim and his daughter Tricia at Galaxy Limousines.
When we first started, I did drive quite a bit by myself. The stories that you hear from limo drivers are all true. A lot of unique things happen in the back of a limousine. About 20 years ago, I was in the real estate business, running a real estate company for Oral Roberts. It got to where he didn't want to expand real estate anymore, so I left there and got a job with another limousine company and worked for them for a couple of years. And he kind of left town in the middle of the night, found out he hadn't paid sales tax and some other things. And so my daughter worked there going to school as a dispatcher. So she said, hey, why don't we start our own limo company? So we started Galaxy 18 years ago. We started with just one single town car, Lincoln town car, and have grown to the size we are now. We do transportation for 212 limo companies from across the country. The top 20 companies in the world, such as Carey, Boston Coach, we do all their corporate transportation in Tulsa. Their execs will fly in for a meeting, we'll pick them up at the airport, take them to the meeting, sit there, wait on them, take them to lunch, take them back to the airport, so on and so forth. Saves them a lot of trouble from renting a car, driving to where they're trying to find a parking place, and then having to turn the car in when they come back. This way they can just get in the town car, talk to their office on their cell phone on the way, do business, and we drop them right at the front door and we're there when they come out. We've had a lot of our people, like the executive type people, like we've had Margaret Thatcher, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, we've had Dan Rather, we've had General Tommy Franks, Colin Powell. Of course, all the regular people, the stars. We've done a lot of stuff for Garth. We did the wedding at his house. We've done Reba McEntire. Pretty much every star that comes to Tulsa we handle and do. Everybody that comes to the BOK and everybody that comes to the PAC, that type of thing. Probably the funniest one was I was driving probably 3 or 4 years after we started the business, and I had a group of girls, 8 girls, celebrating a 21st birthday. And they had been out since 7 o'clock, and it was 2 in the morning, and the bars are closed. And I said, are we going to go home? And they says, no, just drive around for a while. We want to listen to music. So we happened to be downtown at 15th and Boston, so I just drove over to Riverside, and I was driving 10, 15 mile an hour down Riverside. Right after I got on Riverside, a cop pulled out along River Parks and followed me all the way down to the casino and turned on his lights and pulled me over. And I said, what's the problem, officer? I says, I know I wasn't speeding. He says, do you know you have 3 naked women standing out your moonroof? I said, no, but I noticed you followed me for about 10 or 12 miles. He said, I had to make sure. Yeah, so you get some unique circumstances. It's fun to see the business grow, and eventually I'll turn the whole thing over to my daughter and retire. I lost my wife of 48 years about 6 months ago, and so it a little bit tough there, but getting over that and trying to keep busy with the company, and we do a lot of voluntary work. So I keep active at church, active with the company. We're a member of the Tulsa Chamber, the Bixby Chamber, the Broken Arrow Chamber, the Jinx Chamber, the Sepulpa Chamber, so go to a lot of luncheons, meet a lot of people.